Hello to anyone watching this. So I've been thinking about Mario Kart 9 a lot in the past month. I've been conceptualizing what I want a next-gen Mario Kart game to look like for years at this point, but to actually get a good 10-second look at it, my head's been going into overtime with pondering. So to help release some of the pressure on my head, I've been making short videos over the past few weeks, just talking about certain potential aspects of Mario Kart 9 and how I hope that they're handled. And today I just wanted to compile them together, partly so that they're all in the same place, but also because I have some extra ideas that only really make sense if you've watched multiple of the videos, and I don't really like tiki-talks or YouTube shorts where you have to watch one of them to understand another, so I thought it would be fairer to just clip them on here. So I guess I'll just let you get on with watching them then. I'll only be interrupting with any of my big new ideas, and I hope none of the transitions between them are too jarring, so have fun. So I've seen a lot of people want mission mode to come back for Mario Kart 9, but I've not really seen anyone suggest how it could come back apart from basically copying what Mario Kart DS did and adding in more levels. So I just wanted to quickly suggest how I would bring it back, because while I did love it in DS, it did sort of feel over before it really started. With only 63 missions, it meant that you only visited every course a couple of times despite having so many different types of missions. I'd want to take inspiration from Tour's bonus challenge system, where over time most courses got their variant of most types of challenges, although in 9 I'd obviously want every course to have every type of challenge, and I'd also want to bring over Tour's simple 3-star rating system, although again I'd want to change it so that it's, generally harder to get 3 stars. So the way that I'd present mission mode in 9 is that as soon as you enter it, you get taken to the track select screen, where once you pick a course you get taken to its list of 10 different missions. The list would consist of a time trial, ring race, big reverse race, enemy takedown, steer clear of obstacles, break item boxes, smash small dry bones, backwards driving challenge, mini turbo challenge, and some kind of boss. It might just be versus a mega opponent, or say if there's a traffic course you could bring back the iconic red car, just some type of finale. I'd want the battle maps to get in on the fun as well, where assuming there are the same 5 battle modes as in 8 Deluxe, I'd want each map to get 6 different missions, a specialized version of each type of battle mode, collecting all the coins or catching all the renegades as fast as possible, as well as of course a boss battle. Now adding them all together would result in potentially around 500 missions, which may start to feel a bit procedural after a while, but I wouldn't want this to just be like a one and done mode. I'd want this to be something you come in, chip away at, and leave to go do something else for a while. In terms of giving it a sense of progression, I'd have it where once you collect 10 Grand Stars, you unlock a costume, and then for collecting 20 Grand Stars, you unlock the first course in the game's boss battle. So then for 30 stars, it's another costume or card part, and then 40, it's the second course's boss battle. But then once you run out of boss battles, you'll just unlock your costume or card part every 20 Grand Stars, inevitably leading to a golden cart part for collecting the last one. So yeah, I just think that'd be an engaging, long-lasting, and hopefully not too resource-intensive way of bringing back mission mode, but who does know how they'll do it? As long as they bring back the red car, I'm sure it'll all be fine in the end. The online modes have been a core part of Mario Kart for the majority of the series' life at this point, so it's a shame that apart from tournaments in Wii, there's been no real incentive to playing online, apart from wanting to increase your VR score, of course. So I just wanted to quickly suggest some features and modes that, if implemented into Mario Kart 9, I think would make the whole online experience way more compelling, while of course not excluding people who don't want to pay for Nintendo Switch Online. I absolutely do not want Mario Kart to turn into a live service game, but I think if they took the general idea of seasons from Splatoon 3 and tweaked it to fit with the Mario Kart formula more, that could be an incredibly compelling way of keeping players engaged for several years after release. I can imagine there being 10 seasons over the course of 2 years, each lasting just over 70 days, and all having a specific theme to it, whether it's a basic real world season or some Mario sub-series, just something to make each of them completely distinct. I'd also want this to be wholly tied to whatever paid DLC comes out for Mario Kart 9, say a Luigi's Mansion season starts, that's going to be the same time that the Luigi's Mansion DLC pack releases, with Helen Gravely, Polterpath and the Dark Moon Cut featuring a haunted hotel track. Like, that's the main reason that I want there to be 10 seasons, so there can hopefully be a round multiple of 10 numbers of cups and characters introduced through DLC. But anyway, the main feature that I'd want to be a part of these seasons are some sort of reward system. I think the best place to take from would be the challenge cards from Mario Kart Tour, where basically for playing the game normally you get consistently rewarded. I definitely want to change it to make it a lot bigger if possible, you know, hopefully a 5x5 grid, and all of the rewards could be changed to kart parts, costumes, or banners and stickers for your profile if that's a system within the game. In terms of the challenges themselves, I'd just have each row contain a specific type of challenge with increasing number requirements. So the top row could have race in 1, 10, 25, 50, 100 races. I'd also have a second challenge card exclusive for people who've paid for the DLC, containing grander kart parts and costumes for the DLC characters. The other main feature that I'd want to introduce is some sort of ranked mode similar to Splatoon, where any VR that you win in a race is used to fill up a bar that once maxed out brings you up to the next letter grade, and it's refreshed at the beginning of every season. I'd have there be several different types of rooms to race in here, including normal rules 150cc solo and teams, and seasonal rules 150cc solo and teams, where say there's some sort of Bowser season, you'll be restricted to only using shell items and quirky rules like that. In terms of the course selection, assuming it uses the same system as 8, I'd have it where the third selectable course and the random course are always either from the brand new DLC Cup or from the rest of the game, and perfectly tie in with the overall theme of the season. This would be an efficient way to let people who haven't got the DLC play all of the brand new tracks. And in terms of a overall reward for doing well in the season, I think if you just get up to the maximum possible rank, you'll get a purely cosmetic gold recolor of one of the brand new karts introduced in the season. And in terms of making it friendly for people who don't have Nintendo Switch Online or time to play, I'd sprinkle all of the rewards from challenge cards into a hypothetical item shop where everything's purchasable with in-game coins offline. So yeah, those are all of my big ideas to hopefully keep the online consistently engaging. But to be fair, all I'd need is for the different battle modes to be individually selectable so that I can just play endless 24-player Shine Thief and I'd be happy. Hiya, it's interruption time. So I think that this seasonal ranked mode experience could be enhanced with some of the missions. Because assuming that any DLC packs also come with missions for all of the new Cups courses, we can use them to kind of recreate online tournaments from Wii. Basically, it could be a little side section within the ranked mode where you're just asked to get your best time on either the time trial or big reverse race of all of the new courses, and all those times will be added together and you'll get to see how you did at the end of a season. But this of course wouldn't all just be for fun. I'd have it where, depending on where you rank amongst all the players in the world, you'll get various rewards, which at most would be, again, purely cosmetic recolors of newly introduced karts for the season. I just think it'd be a nice little non-resource intensive way of further engaging with the online modes, and who knows, maybe so that the base game courses aren't left out, you could also have weekly tournaments where you play the time trials of free random or thematically linked courses. I just really would appreciate if the spirit of tournaments from Wii could be revived here. Mainly because I didn't get to play many of them because I only connected my Wii to the internet in 2014. But anyway, let's get on with the next short. So while we surprisingly didn't get to see battle mode in the 10 seconds of footage we currently have of Mario Kart 9, it's quite safe to assume it's going to return. And even though simply allowing for 24 players is all I'd need to consider this the best battle mode in the series, I just wanted to quickly suggest some additions that I would make to truly get the most out of these extra large battles. In terms of the selection of main battle modes, I think it makes the most sense to just carry over everything from 8 Deluxe, but seeing how several side modes were needlessly cut from iterations of Mario spin-off games during the Switch era, I can't exactly hold my breath, but I'm still going going to run with the main 5 from 8 Deluxe. So my main aim here is to suggest submodes that will truly feel grander with an increased player count, while of course still being fun if you're playing them in a non-full online lobby or offline without CPUs. The only real choice for Balloon Battle is a survival mode. Like, it would have been nice if it stayed in the mainline series past DS, but now really feels like the best time to reintroduce it, with the 24 players giving it a real battle royale feel that I can already imagine being a heavy part of the game's advertising. Coin Battle I think can get away with a less radical shake-up of the rules. I'd just make it so that everyone starts with 20 coins and no more appear during the match, and if someone drops some, they don't despawn, so it's a mad dash to grab them without causing a massive pile-up. Bob and Blast could take a lot of inspiration from its iteration in Double Dash, where if you hit someone you gain a point, but if you get hit by someone you lose a point, except I'd have it be time-based instead of first to however many points, and I'd have there be less invincibility frames so that the points are flowing a lot faster. Shine Thief can just be used as a platform to bring back Shine Runners from DS, which could have a lot more chaotic energy here, sheerly due to how quickly loads of players can be eliminated, as well as how the necessary increase to the total number of shines will provide a lot more intensity to the final rounds. And finally, Renegade Roundup I think could take inspiration from the Ewok Hunt mode in Star Wars Battlefront 2 2017, where at the start of the match only 1 out of every 8 or so players start as an authority, but every renegade they catch is then turned into an authority, so the authorities win if all renegades are caught, but the renegades win if any are left at the end of the time limit. So yeah, I think that'll be a nice set of extra rules to have to help keep the battle modes really fresh, but what's the point of having them all if there are no maps to play them on? Now, all the maps really need to do in this game is just be big enough for all 24 players. I don't really have any ideas for Nitro maps, but I do really like what 8 Deluxe did, making them all feel like extensions of tracks that already exist in the game. But as for retro maps, I like to hope a large and varied selection would be SNES Battle Course 4, N64 Block 4, GBA Battle Course 4, DS Twilight House, Wii Delfino Pier, and Switch Dragon Palace. So yeah, those are all of my ideas. I just hope that either way, battle mode can be meaningfully evolved in the next Mario Kart game, but like I said, I'm just excited for 24 player battles. Like, I think all the maps could be racetracks again, and I think it would still be carried enjoyment-wise by its player count. Okay, so before I wrap this all up, I do have one more little thing to add. I just really hope that no matter what kind of DLC Mario Kart 9 gets, it can include battle maps this time. Like, I've always seen them as just as important as the racetracks, but especially with 8 Deluxe, watching its course total continue to skyrocket with each wave of the Booster Course Pass, it just made its selection of 8 battle maps look increasingly meagre, which is such a shame. Like, I would have even taken GBA Battle Course 1 ported in from Tour, because it deserves something. So I just really hope that that situation can be avoided with Mario Kart 9. Like, I don't expect a battle map to come with every single DLC pack, but, you know, again, with a Luigi's Mansion DLC, you could have GCN Luigi's Mansion again. You know, just something like that. A nice thematic battle map to top up the total, and that's all I could really ask for. So yeah, that's just about everything that I wanted to talk about. Just, like I said, I've been thinking about Mario Kart 9 so much, and the fact that in less than a month at time of release there's going to be the Switch 2 Direct, where we'll probably get a nice big meaty trailer for the game and a website to pass through, and then a few weeks later we might get an overview trailer, and then a few weeks after that the game is probably going to release with an entirely new Nintendo console. It's just overwhelming in the best way possible, and to have a platform to vent out all my feelings and to, in some small way, be a part of the conversation and get to talk to people about it, it's just such a great feeling. You know, what a time to be alive and own a YouTube channel. But yeah, if you have any questions or concerns, do let me know. Just the only other thing I can think to talk about that isn't really worth making a short over is the potential amiibo functionality, because, you know, you can just have them unlock Mii costumes again, but for even more characters, like Rob, or Min Min, or Sephiroth, or, ooh, maybe Snake. That'd be fun. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.